Welcome to Haunted Road Trip Show, where paranormal history is dying to be heard. I'm Tracy St. psychic, medium, and your guide through the strange, the haunted, and the unexplained. Join us in these spirited conversations with my fellow mystical folk, sharing chilling stories that pull back the veil on the paranormal world in ways you may have never experienced before. So buckle up, things are about to get spooky.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Haunted Road Trip Show. And I love you. Okay. And that's why I only bring you the best guests here. And I am so excited today to have somebody that I recently met on the good old Tiki Talker. Her name is Skye Dahl, and she is a fantastic paranormal investigator, reporter, entertainer deluxe. She does her makeup popping and locking, y'all. I'm telling you what, I think she just is a magician when it comes to those things. And she is an all around sweetheart. And I am so happy to have her on the show today. Skye, welcome.
Thank you. Yes. I'm so excited. Thanks for having me.
You're so excited on here. I was happy you were able to do the podcast because you said you're just now getting into doing media, more media, shall we say.
Yeah, I mean, for this, yeah, especially,
It's,
all the fun, creepy, spooky things. This is only my second podcast, so
ooh,
I
that's
know.
right. Number two,
That's
woo,
right.
on here. So tell everybody and tell me, I'm really curious, like what tell me about your journey. Like, did you grow up kind of always attracted to the occult, or did you grow up like in a family that was like poo poo and the woo woo? What was going on?
Um, so I'm not a part of the occult. I would say that I've always been very spiritual because I've always
Okay.
been, I don't know, clairvoyant is what I would call it. I didn't understand it then, but I've always seen things, felt things very strongly, especially in our old house. Because I'm from
Ooh.
Washington State, on Camano Island is where I'm from, and
Tell
so
us more about this house because I do have a friend that lived right around where you're talking about. So
oh yeah,
spill the tea.
yes. So the house, I think the house they built an extension onto it, but the house itself was a little older, and it's in the middle of the woods. So when you're in Washington, trees galore. It's pitch black on the island because it's just trees.
Right.
So lots of darkness. I'm still afraid of the dark, like to this day. I'll admit it. But no, there was a lot of stuff that went down. Like there's shadow figures. There was getting choked in the middle of my sleep. I was always afraid to sleep in my room, which I shared with my older sister. There was like a divider that divided us, but we're in the same kind of space. Like the woods, even walking to the bus stop, there'd be something like following me in the woods.
Ah.
And so it was just spooky. Even my stepdad saw something out when he was trying to get the dog back inside. He went pretty deep into the woods and he came back white as a ghost. So I think I've just always been in tune. I just chose to kind of turn it off or turn it down, I like to say, so that I'm not just like losing my mind. But I've always been very spiritual and I was raised very religious. Um, I'm no longer in that religion, but it doesn't mean I don't have testimonies in my spiritual,
Right.
relationship with Heavenly Father. So, but yeah, that's me.
Yeah, we take what we need and leave the rest. That's what I tell people. Take what you need and leave the rest. From dogma, religion, whatever you call it. If it doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
ditch it on there. So did you ever get curious and do some research about the home? Some like digging into like the deeds or the titles or anything now that you're kind of a little bit older? Did you ever get curious and to be like, what happened on that property?
No, sadly. I mean, we sold the house and moved. So like I kind of just I don't know. It's kind of like in the rear view, but no,
Yeah.
I didn't. Um It would be interesting, but it was totally gutted too and renovated, so I don't know if that changed anything. Um, but the
Oh yeah.
property, I don't think anything changed about the property. Lots of spooky stuff on the island in general, especially the south end of the island, because that's where the witches were said to live, is on the
I
south end
was
of the
just gonna say, I was like, are you
island.
sure there wasn't some ritualistic ceremonies and some
So, oh
other
yeah.
things that were
Well, we rode up on my sister and I. We had our banana seat bikes, and we lived on the top of the road on this big hill. So we'd like love to ride down the hill like crazy asses.
wow.
And there was a turn off though before you get all the way down at the bottom of the hill, and we turned off because we heard singing, but it wasn't like normal singing. It was like Gregorian chanty, like weird enough to make us stop on our bikes. And so we went to like check it out, and there were these people in cloaks, and they were walking single file. It was during the day, and we just got like a really bad feeling. It wasn't that, oh, you're singing in cloaks, that turned us off. It was like just a bad feeling, like the closer we got. So we like turned around and just left. So I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would definitely put a check under the box of, you know, maybe you weren't attracted to the occult, but the occult certainly found you.
Or it's just on the island. I don't know. But interesting.
It feels like this island is very has been utilized for the elements, for access to the elements is what I would say.
Sure.
Access to a lot of the water and the earth and
Mhm.
energies. It feels very I don't know. It feels very interesting there. I won't deep dive into it too much, but did you ever ever get curious when you were a child, like, why am I seeing all this shit? Like, this is weird.
Um, I mean, I was more afraid at the time, just based on like what was going on. It like
And like,
scared.
how old are you, by the way? Like, give us a time. Like, how? Huh?
Okay, I am 38.
No, 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 no.
Um,
At the time you were living at the house, not like right now.
oh, not right now. Okay, I just told on myself. I think I was, if we started living there, shit, how old was I? I think I was 6,
Okay, so
7.
you're young,
I was
young.
little. And so like shit happened from that age all the way into like preteen. And then I think I started turning things down as preteen because things were just a lot. And they weren't like nice things. Cuz you know you get like a nice feeling versus like that feeling like you need to leave or you're not welcome or like this isn't a
Right.
good thing. So I think that's why I got more afraid than like curious about what it is. But I've always been able to pick up on people's like energy and the energy in a room, if it's like good or bad. So like that never completely went away. And I like to have that discernment. I feel like I've always had discernment in certain degrees. So yeah, no, didn't want to figure it out. We also played with a Ouija board one time when I was a
Okay.
preteen. My friends and I were so stupid, and it wasn't in our house. Thankfully, it was like in somebody else's house. But that was the scariest damn thing ever. I haven't picked one up since. I don't think I ever will. That's enough to
Wow.
scare me. But yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I got a Ouija board as a like I can't remember if it was Christmas or a birthday gift one year.
Hmm.
Cuz my yeah, I know. Like my parents were just like they really didn't know what they were unleashing upon me.
Yeah, they're like, it's in the kids section.
It is. It's,
Like,
you
that's
know,
so weird. It's like in the family games. You're like, whoa.
there is
Yeah.
still one out there that it's pink. It's pretty like a sparkly Ouija board. I can't remember. I've seen it online. I want like I don't have one in my house, but I would take that one.
Oh, the sparkly one.
Yeah, I would take the sparkly. I would take the sparkly pretty one.
Very
And
cool.
it, yeah, I because I'm a big believer in it's not the divination tool, it's how it's set and setting and used, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that's where the problem. The Ouija board it was and still is so very accessible, and it can be um you know it can be misused very, very easily. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
because you don't know the rules. Like you're giving it to kids. Kids don't know the rules.
yeah,
And so, yeah, so that's why, people are playing with it without fully understanding and then
what they're
don't
doing.
understand how to like say goodbye and like shut
Close
things
the-
down when you need to. And so, yeah, I'm echoing what you're saying. And definitely little Skye didn't know the rules. And even now, when I know more of the rules, I don't think I will pick one up. Uh, but good for anybody else who does. I don't judge. But yeah.
I would use it like in a seance with other people, but I don't think I would be like, oh, I gotta grab out my Ouija board for
Yeah.
this. Like, it wouldn't be my first like go-to tool on
Yeah.
there, but like I think that they are very, very good for seances and group work like that. But yeah, I had a Ouija board experience as a kid. We were dumb. And looking back now, I think there was a little bit of mystical involved in it, but I think that there was a whole lot of group bias and group
Hmm.
fear going
Oh,
on in it, right? Like, what's that noise? Did you hear that? I heard that. Ah! And,
everybody
you
just
know,
riling each other up.
yeah, it was, teenage girls, riling each other up and
Yeah.
getting each other, going and grooving. And
Yeah.
but looking back, I was like, no, there was a little something going on there, but I thankfully it scared the bejesus out of us so much that we never did it. We never used the Ouija board in that capacity
Yeah.
again at all. So did you have the experience? Because myself and like other metaphysicians who didn't know that they were kind of like really in tune with spirit, did you keep finding as a child your parents kept moving to haunted places, or everywhere you went there was like a ghost, a haunting, a something?
Um, Now I'm thinking of all the places. uh,
Did you move around a lot?
no. Yeah, because so that house on Camino Island, so they sold that one after renovating it, and we moved to a different one on Camino Island. And no, I don't recall anything crazy going down there, but it was like a brand new house, and the property was fairly newer. It didn't have all these like trees. It wasn't like in the middle of the woods. It was more of like an established area, I guess we could say. Uh, and it overlooked the water, which I miss the water every day. And then when I came to Utah, no, there wasn't anything crazy going on. So, no, I think it was just
Just that house.
something going on with that, like property or the house or both. I don't know. The
Wow.
neighbor, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't
In
know.
the neighbor.
Yeah, doing some weird shit in the
But
woods.
well, yeah, you did say you lived on Camino Island. You said there's
Yes.
some funky stuff going on there, huh?
Yep.
It it
Pretty
could have
close
been.
though. If anybody wants to go, it's beautiful. But yeah.
I've heard, yeah. It feels like it's really beautiful, but I don't know if I could live there or not on there, because I've had the experience when I was growing up that my like everywhere I went there was paranormal activity.
Interesting. That's
And
intense.
yeah, it really, really was. And there are still things that I can recall from some of my childhood homes that I'm like, that could not have been debunked. Like,
Mhm.
what we were hearing, it was weird shit. So, and I was like, mm-mm. But then I realized when I started taking development classes, I was like, oh, it was probably me. That
Yeah, me not the house. Yeah.
it might have been me plus the house,
Uh-huh.
because first house that I lived in, there was a cemetery, like literally a cemetery was the backyard. We were surrounded by cemeteries and funeral homes. Like
Mhm.
literally, I played hide and go seek in the cemetery. So cemetery plus house in that situation plus location.
Yeah, you got a lot going on.
There was a lot going on, and I'm glad I was a kid in that house to where I wasn't as freaked out as I might have been as a younger, an older child or a teenager having
Mhm.
to live in those houses. But um, you know, I like you, kind of my abilities went dormant, shall I say.
Yeah.
But then they came streaming back out, and I want to know what happened with you. Like, what made you go, you know what? I like creepy, cool shit. And I want to investigate it a little bit more. Like, was there an event or was there a lead up? What happened?
Good question. I have always loved creepy things. I've always loved horror movies since I was
Okay.
tiny. So like I've always liked it, and I've never been afraid of like the dark parts of even myself. If that makes sense. And I I just get afraid of things that I can't really control, you know what I mean? Or things that at the time didn't parallel with my religion. Like my religion was very linear. So it was like, oh, well I can't like see this through further because it's not okay, right? And so there's not one moment where I was like, let's do this. I just have always loved creepy like movies, haunted houses. I love like haunted places because the history is so cool to learn about. And I've always been obsessed with true crime because I was going to be a criminal profiler. So I think, yeah, there's not one official moment. I feel like the spotlight's been on me for paranormal things just because the trajectory of TikTok. And that's really the design of my followers who just keep saying they like the creepy
Yeah.
things that I enjoy. And so I've just continued to keep exploring it. So, really, because of them, I'm ghost hunting. Because I don't think I'd be out there like actively doing ghost hunting if it wasn't for my cute followers wanting to do it with me and teach me their ways essentially. So I
Wow.
hope that answers your question. That was a very long answer, but like there you go.
No, no, and you brought up a wonderful topic because I really want to go back and I want to talk about you being a criminal profiler. Like,
Oh yeah,
what? That's cool.
yeah,
So, what? I mean, we all, I grew up on Lifetime movies, Unsolved Mysteries and Dateline, right?
yeah. Uh-huh.
True
I mean,
crime is, oh, I love it. I love a
oh
little bit
yeah,
of it.
it's so addictive for sure. No, I've always been because I talked about my like discernment and picking up on energies and I don't know. I'm also very justice. I'm a very justice person. Like there has to be consequences because we all have consequences for our decisions, good or bad. And I think if you're going to do something that atrocious that your ass deserves to be caught and tried and you know. So I knew like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna continue pursuing law because that was the trajectory I was doing as I was in criminal law, and so I was gonna go the route of being a criminal lawyer, prosecutor,
Right?
then get into the FBI to be a criminal profiler. And so I had a lot of criminology classes, and you see real crime scenes, which is crazy. Um, and then you hear real accounts from the victims' families and you're essentially putting pieces together to catch the serial killer because that's what I was going to be doing. And
Right.
yeah, and the thing is I had a fork in the road. I could either continue down that path or I could go the performing route because I've always been both. And they both don't always go together. And so I decided to continue the artistic way because some of the graphic images and the cases and the
Yeah.
material and the things that I was consuming for hours and hours a day, I was like, I don't think I could do this and still be me every day. Like I knew that I would not be able to compartmentalize and I would forever change. And I was like,
Yeah.
it's maybe not for me, but I still love true crime, and I'm still obsessed with it. And I don't want to say I'm obsessed with serial killers because I don't want to glamorize them, because no, but the psychology and catching them and picking up on their patterns is
Yeah.
something that is very interesting to me. So there you go.
Yeah, no, that, I mean, spirit takes us in very circuitous routes, all of us, to get to where we're kind of, what I like to say, our lane, like where
Mhm.
we're highest and aligned at. And I agree. Like I always thought, well, maybe I could do law, or maybe I could do this, and I was like, nope, I can't see those things.
Yeah,
I can't deprogram myself enough to no
yeah,
to like have this great life and then know like this horror is out there, right?
yeah.
And I just, yeah, I'm way too sensitive. Like, especially like I can't even watch horror movies. Like, of all the spooky stuff, like I love thrillers and I
Uh-huh.
like a good like ghost story and spooky movie, but like I can't watch horror movies. Like I can't,
Okay. Okay. That's
because
okay.
they will loop. I'm one of those persons, like it'll just loop in my head. And then, like, have you ever seen The Great Outdoors?
No.
Back in the day with John Candy and Dan
No.
Aykroyd, Annie.
No.
It's like,
No. I know who they are, but no, I haven't seen it.
oh my god, it's an absolute hilarious movie. Anyway, Dan Aykroyd at one point thinks he's helping his twin daughters out to go to sleep at night after something happens, and then he tells them this atrocious story, right? And they're laying in bed and they're like this. And then you see like the sunlight come up like it's dawn and they're still there.
Oh, rip.
Wide awake. And I'm like, that's me if I have to watch, too much horror stuff, because I'll just, my brain doesn't work like that.
Gotcha. That's
But
fair.
I think that that's pretty cool that you still get to utilize that analytical storytelling mind that is able to find justice, fairness, and balance, but also still love the performative and creativity of the paranormal world.
Yeah. We're marrying the two and
Yep.
seeing what shakes loose. It's working so far. It's been fun.
It is a whole lot of fun. And I where has been the place that you've gone to that maybe you were driving there and you're like, la la la, la la la, whatever. I don't think there's gonna be so much here. And then you get there and you're like, oh shit. Like there's a lot going on here. This is haunted AF. Or people start coming out of the woodwork and telling you stories. That's what happens to me. The second somebody sees that I'm on the scene, like people are just trying to just blah 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 blah, tell me everything.
Interesting. Hands, seriously, hands down. I'm thinking of like all the places, but like, hands down is the Baghdad Cemetery, which is in Leander, because I went there to do a completely different story. So I went there because I told you I love horror movies. So they filmed the opening of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in that cemetery where they staged that corpse that's next to this really specific headstone or grave. And it's C.C. Mason's grave, who is, a very old guy from Leander back in the day. So I went there for that reason. So I go there, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. No big deal. I love horror movies. Can't wait to see this grave. And I'm like fangirling a little bit. Like I have my script and boop, boop, doop. And it was like in the middle of the day. I was by myself because usually my husband will come with me to film. So I'm alone by myself. What can happen? Whatever. And so like I get out, I find the grave, I start covering it, I do like my first little couple lines of my script. Everything's okay. Like nothing's crazy going on yet.
Right.
I make my way to a different area because I was also I was throwing in a little bit of the urban legends that were in around that cemetery from the locals or whatever. So I was like, yeah, we'll sprinkle those in. So one of which is in the back corner of where there's no graves, like it's very unused, and it's way over this way. So I was like, cool. So as I'm making my way, like I'm getting closer and closer, and I'm finishing like my script, and I'm getting closer to the back corner, I just kept getting so nauseous, and I would get more nauseous, and I would get more nauseous, and then I felt like as if somebody had put like a 70-pound workout vest on me,
Ooh.
especially as I kept getting closer and closer to that back corner. And so then I was like, you know what? We need to wrap this video up because like I'm uncomfortable. I started feeling very unwelcome. And what's even creepier is like I was holding my phone up to show like the back corner because I'm covering that urban legend real quick. I did 3 different takes because you can see when you record. I watched it back and I was like, no, let me do another one. And then I watched it back, let me do another one. And then I was just trying to get the hell out of the damn cemetery. And as soon as I got out of the grounds, because they have like an entrance so you can get out of the grounds, no longer nauseous. I don't feel heavy. I don't have that like get the hell out like energy all around me. Then I get to post and I start getting to edit my stuff, okay? And I had paranormal audio and I had a little mic. So if you ever use a little mic, it doesn't have a wide spread. So like you have to be like right up on it for it to make noise. And like clearly in the footage, it's away from my mouth and it's pointed out this way. And you hear a complete audible thing, something. Okay?
What?
Yeah. It sounded like, ooh. It was so creepy. Then I had a second one when I was closer to the back corner, but I wasn't showing the back corner. It sounded like a big, like, whoosh, but I wasn't doing anything with my mouth. It was, like, away from here. It wasn't a windy day. Like, then, for the back corner footage, I'm trying to find the 3 takes. They're just gone. Gone.
Stop.
Not kidding. Like, that is a place where I'm like, you know what? It was really cool to see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre grave. Happy to go there. Happy to never go back.
Did you tell that in the video? Did you make sure to tell everybody, like, holy crap?
Oh,
like,
yeah. I did a recap. As soon as I got out of the grounds, I was like, dude, spooky shit. But then I didn't know how spooky. I just did like a recap of my feelings. And then I did another video showing all the paranormal stuff that I got from on accident. I wasn't looking for it. But like, yeah.
That's how it happens.
Yeah. Spooky. I was like, no, thank you. I don't need to go back.
Wow.
Yeah. During the day, too. It was just a very creepy place. And then I had lots of people because I posted the videos. And lots of people are like, oh my gosh, yeah, like I've had this experience, I've had this experience. We hear children all the time because there's a lot of children buried there. People have caught like images. People always talk about that back corner. I guess there used to be a barn that used to be back there that would creep everybody out, and they demolished it and it's no longer there. But yeah, so it just echoed a lot of the things that other people
Wow.
So hands down the Baghdad Cemetery. Yeah.
Wow. Drive by, don't stay by, right?
That's
Drive
what I
on by, but don't stay, huh?
Yeah, because people love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so I'm like, go see the grave, take a fast picture, don't linger. That's always what I say. So,
Wow. I oftentimes wonder what happened around that land.
yeah,
Like,
I don't know.
what?
It's crazy because what I learned is it used to be its own little town. There used to be a completely different town. And then the cemetery happened because a young kid died. So they created the cemetery to bury this child. And the town no longer exists. It's just wiped out, ghost town, whatever you want to call it. Like it no longer exists
Right.
in Leander. So the cemetery is like all that remains of like this former town. And so like I have no idea, but it was back in like, I don't know, 1800s, 1824, something like that. But crazy.
So either ran out of food, ran out of water, or disease took over.
Right. I don't know. But there's something there that does not like,
I have
is
not
not
been up
friendly.
there.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
not
not been up there, but if I do
friendly.
decide to go, I will not go by myself.
Yeah, don't. I don't recommend it.
You're like, no, womp womp. And yes, and you brought up a really good point. And that's why I film my TV show a lot during the day to prove to people, I'm like, it doesn't have to be dark for spooky shit
True.
to happen.
It's true.
Like they
And it's
will
almost
talk to you.
scarier when it happens during the day because you're already kind of expecting things at night, you know? But
Right.
like during the day when it's happening, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's a little more jarring, in my opinion.
Yeah, it is a little bit more jarring, but it's also, kind of like, see, spirit's going to want to communicate with you. They don't care if it's day or night,
Right.
right? They might have an easier time hiding at night or playing a little tricks on you. But they're going to come, they're going to come talk to you. Like time doesn't matter to them, okay?
Right.
Like they don't have to eat, they don't have to sleep, they don't have to go to work. Wow, and I do love cemeteries, by the way. But
Yeah.
I will definitely put that on the only go with somebody else. Be very attentive before I even hit the ground, because I am fascinated by cemeteries.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever been to New Orleans, have you gotten over to that area yet?
I'm obsessed with New Orleans. So I haven't been back to do like the fun, spooky stuff, which it's already on the books for 2006. So I'm very excited to go back. But we went for our first year anniversary, which we've been married for 8 years now. But we went for our first year anniversary, and I'm obsessed with New Orleans. Like, because I always say I'm a vampire, and just the history of New Orleans, the food, the cemeteries are dope because everything's above ground. Like,
Unbelievable, dude.
crazy. Love it so much. A lot of movies that I love filmed in New Orleans, like there's spooky movies that are filmed in the cemeteries there, and oh my gosh, I love it so much.
Yes, if you ever get over to Paris and London and that
Mhm.
area, they have some wonderful cemeteries as well.
Yeah.
Very, very old cemeteries. I forget the one that's in France and oh, I don't even want to say the name because I'll butcher the name, but it's very well known, and Jim Morrison is there
Oh
and
yeah, I don't
Sean is
know.
there. Um,
Mm,
anyway, it's a huge, massive cemetery, and
cool.
yeah, when I got to Paris, and I was like, I have to see Jim Morrison's grave, and
Yeah, that's dope.
I know, but they had it fenced off because
Ah,
so many people were leaving bottles of whiskey and writing like graffiti on the tree, and like,
yeah. People ruin it for the rest of us.
I know, I was like, anyway. I won't tell the whole story publicly, but we'll just leave it there. What
It's
happened
interesting you're
next?
talking about France because I'm actually going. I'm going to France in May, so I'm going to Reims, France, and I'm hoping.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm going because my short film slash music video is screening, and I'm up for an Best of the Year award, and so. It's like a 2 day event situation, but I'll be there for a week. So I'm hoping I can go to Paris. I want to go to the catacombs so bad.
So dope.
Yeah, because I already know like it's gonna be creepy, and then I'm hoping to get some other things recorded and see what I can see in Reims, like
Wait a
some
minute,
other
you have a
stuff.
movie. Like we can't just like jump over what you just said. Like,
I have a short film. Yeah, it's like I don't know, 7 minutes long. It's not that long, but
okay,
yeah.
like girl, like is it spooky orientated? Is it what it's
I would
about?
say yeah. I mean, I would say yeah. There's like creepy, yeah. Because what I did is I made my own Norse god, and she's not a nice god. So she's like the personification of hypocrisy, and she
Ooh.
was a lot of fun to create because she has two different looks. Because I think hypocrisy is two faced. So she has one that's more alluring, and then she has one that's more like ready for war, coming to take your soul, whatever. And yeah, it's also a music video, so it's for my song, and it pays homage to my Scandinavian heritage. That's why I made a Norse god. Um, but yeah, I mean, so her world is pretty dark. She's got these really cool, creepy priests with her. that are kind of soaked in blood a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of, yes, there's creepy-ish elements in there, and it was a blast to do, and I'm very grateful that it's still like, I don't know, getting acknowledged, I guess we could say. So like, it makes me very proud because it was like 2.5 years in the making, and a great
Wow.
team, and I'm very proud of it because I got to show multiple different talents that I have versus just being a front woman. And I wrote this song, and hear me sing. I actually like wrote it, made the costumes, acted in it, directed it, like did a lot of things.
Where can we
So
watch it?
it's
Like,
on YouTube.
where?
It's on YouTube right now. So if you just
Did
type
you
in Skye
did
Dahl,
you give me the link? Did you give me the link to put in the show notes?
no, but I can give it to you. Here,
Yes,
let
girl,
me
you
see.
cannot tease on a road trip show Spookalicious fans and then not give them something.
Sorry, I was like, what do you want? You'll give you what you want. But no, yeah,
Wait,
I'll send you the link. If I
yeah,
click out of it right now, it'll click me out of your thingy. So that's
send
probably
it. Send it to me later. Don't worry about it. This
I'll send
isn't
it to you.
going to, go up right away.
I know you are loving this episode, so come hang out with us on Patreon, where you'll get bonus content, behind the scenes access, exclusive discounts, and a spooky community that actually gets the love of your paranormal obsessions. So join us at hauntedroadtripshow.com/patron.
So, do you want to play a game?
I love games. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay, everybody, we're
I'm
back.
gonna take a drink. I wet my whistle.
That's okay. Whoop! Hold on.
Gotta murder my thirst. With
That's
some
right.
with death.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Oh
Have
my
you
God.
been to Buc-ee's since you moved here? Girl, you got to go to Buc-ee's and get your Buc-ee's cup.
Oh, I love Buc-ee's. Yeah, I love it. That's
Mhm.
I love
All
it.
right, ladies, gentlemen, ghouls and ghoulalicious, spookalicious people,
That's right.
let's play
Everybody.
Book It or Book It. Okay. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to troll the streets of Instagram for us, right?
Oh,
And I
okay.
pick out spooky haunted houses that are for sale. And
Okay.
we are going to judge them. And we are going to read the energy in there. And we are going to say if we are going to book it for a night there or if we're going to book it the hell out of there.
Okay. So
Okay?
book it or book it.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this. Let me share screen. Yep.
Show me all the spookies. Oh.
Can you see this?
Oh. I can.
Okay.
Mississippi. Gunnison,
We
Mississippi.
we are. I can't even see. We're in Gunnison, Mississippi, y'all. Okay. And if you want to see these houses, go to YouTube and watch them on there. Join my Patreon because this episode will be up on my Patreon. And we are, let's see, I won't read the whole thing, but we are on 4 acres. This home, okay, has not, okay, this home has not been inspected, but that's not our problem. Now, is it? Okay. I'm trying to get the general specs on this beautification. Okay. It is not telling us anything that we need to traditionally know. So I don't know how many bedrooms we have. I don't know how many we have, but this thing looks haunted AF. Okay, y'all. This is a 2-story red brick, white trim. Looks like it could have been a house at one time and then somebody's frat house as well.
Sure.
Frat house gone bad.
Looks like a lot of mold is in there.
Yes.
Does it not? Like, look at the pillars. Like, did the flood happen? Like, you can see the damage on the side of the house where it looks like water was sitting there.
There is some gnarly shit going on in this house, you guys. Like, there's pillars in the front. I would definitely say, like, this is the house I want to go in just because I'm nosy. And we're going to go in. All right. Or we're going to see what other photos they have on the listing. Okay. This is a pretty big property.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's huge.
Okay. It looks like there's 2 huge buildings. So,
Okay.
Okay. So we have very lonely chandelier hanging down, and it looks like a tilted living room with half the
There's so much
ceiling.
water damage.
Yeah, half the ceiling is coming out. Looks like there's a lot of water damage in here, and it looks like it's spooky as fuck.
Yeah.
Like I almost hear a lot of parties in here, and I wonder if this was an apartment or something.
Interesting.
That's what it kind of feels like to me, but it feels like it hasn't been a home in a very long time. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah, you're right, Skye. Look at the
Yeah. I feel like either a flood. Yeah, something
this.
like
Yeah,
this
this.
house out.
I mean, must be why in the listing they say this house has not been inspected.
Yeah, it would fail. It would not pass. This shit, you can
No, it
smell
wouldn't, but it has
green.
gorgeous, let me tell you, gorgeous hardware floors and built-in shelving, a gorgeous brick fireplace this place would be perfect for a seance room or a huge like sorority party. Like
It would
one
be
of
good
the
for a paranormal investigation for
Oh my God.
sure.
That's why I look at these listings, because I go, can I mean, we're just getting different shots of the same room.
And is that
but
the front door?
I don't know what that is. I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, like off to the right, it looks like the front door that comes into the... Because when you showed the front of the house, I was getting a vibe that there's something always on the lower level that looks out one of the specific windows. But I don't know if it's this specific window or not.
Let's see. Okay, this looks like a sunroom of some kind.
Yeah, look at the little mural on top.
I
This is
know.
giving like the others. I don't know. You don't like horror. You don't like scary movies.
Yes. Yes.
It's giving we close the blinds before we cross each room because somebody's allergic to the sun. But like
that's why
and
I
like
forgot about that.
Shut all the blinds all the time. But like that's what the mural is reminding me of. Is that like a steamboat up there?
It does. It looks like a steamboat, like mural that's in tan, and it looks like it's been burned into the wood or something. And then we have another lonely chandelier hanging, very lonely. This place, it looks like it's... It almost feels very transient energy in here. Like it's not just one spirit or 2 spirits, but it's almost like a flyby type of place. Like people, like spirits just kind of come and go. Like it just feels, this whole property just feels lonely. If I had to categorize it, it feels lonely. But it has gorgeous woodwork. So if anybody is up for doing that, woodworking, or into like, very expensive restoration project, this house is for you. The water damage, but it's got gorgeous built-in shelves. Look at that.
Oh, it's another fireplace. I wonder if this
is still another fireplace.
Or on the second floor.
It must get cold in Georgia. Because and this is like a light blue wallpaper that looks like it was burnt from the fireplace. There's a lot of funkiness going on in this house.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like an electrical issue, because those are the vibes I'm getting too. It's like maybe there was an electrical problem. Maybe it was because it flooded. Like there could have been. I know there's a lot of water though happening.
Creepy staircase.
Yeah, I don't like the staircase.
I don't like that, but I am so tempted to go up it. That is my thing where I'm like, I don't really like you, but what's up top here?
Right.
Oh, wow. That looks like the backside of the house that just
Yeah, 'cause
got
it's still like the
majorly
floor
flooded.
level, it looks like.
Wow.
It looks like somebody was rebuilding it because some of that wood is new.
I saw that. That fan, it's not a chandelier. Oh, well, it's a half fan. Somebody pulled off one of the blades.
Didn't make
See, that's
it.
why I think this was a frat house or apartments. I think that these are apartments in this house.
I mean, it would make sense because we got like a fireplace in every room. But I mean, old school houses, have wood stoves or fireplaces in every room.
Yes, and I think that this is what it is, and it doesn't say in the listing how old it is, or maybe I'm just not seeing it now in the listing. But this place, it looks like it's very lonely and it needs a lot of help. And sometimes in the comments, people can give us help about knowing it because sometimes people will know this house. Um,
Interesting.
oh, well, nope, they're not giving us very much. They're
So
not
much
giving us.
mold.
Oh yeah, you got us so much mold. Yeah, you got us sold 100K.
Like we
Oh
can
my,
smell it from the screen.
exactly. We can smell it and we can see it. Okay. But I guess it's in the middle of nowhere.
I guess if you like solitude, question mark.
Yeah. So if you read the comments,
Whoa, whoa,
you
whoa,
really,
whoa.
yes.
Hold on. Is it just me or did anyone else notice the shadow of a person wearing a hat on the wall at the bottom of the stairs? Remember I said
Bottom
there
of
was
the
somebody, yeah,
what?
is hanging. I told you there's like somebody that's hanging out at
Oh,
the
oh
low.
my God! Did you
See?
see?
Did I
That's
not say there's somebody that always hangs out on the lower floor? That's what I said.
wow,
And I didn't even see that comment until now.
wow.
There it is. Confirmation.
That looks pretty freaky. Whether it's just the person taking the actual photo, their reflection,
Right.
we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know, but it looks freaky. I can tell you that much. It definitely looks like somebody has a very large brimmed cowgirl hat
Yeah.
standing in the doorway.
Yeah. Or older. Like, one of
Or
those big ass.
oh yeah,
Like
yeah,
big
that's
ass
right. I
hats.
didn't know what to call those things.
I have no idea. We all
I
know though. It's like the big old thingies.
oh look at see,
Ah,
there's the front door. Ish.
yeah.
Poor house needs a lot of work. Yes, it
I
does
think you
need.
could film a really cool scary movie in this house though.
I bet you could, but I don't think I would stay there very long. I'd be worried that the floor's gonna fall in with all the mold.
Or the ceiling. Yeah, the ceiling's
Or
just
the
gonna
ceiling.
fucking fall at you while you sleep.
Oh my God. Oh my God. This is gonna be an expensive project. Everybody.
Totally. That's pretty though.
Now that's gorgeous. That fireplace, I could imagine a lot
That's
of people
pretty.
sat there at one point. I think that I am right about this transient energy of this house, that it is apartments and that there has been a lot of people coming and going constantly over time here. But there
Yeah.
is somebody who roams here as a man who died of a heart attack.
Yeah.
He looks like he's in his 60s, his early 60s when it happened. Something about only liking his whiskey. Oh,
Just so much green. Like it was a choice. Like green is a choice. Don't
green,
know if it
yes.
was the right one. But we got a
If
lot
only
of
that
green.
would open up the room, like these rooms, like it just feel like, see, this room to me, like when I feel into this, it automatically feels like somebody, I like had a very long sickness in here, like was
Huh.
very sick. Yeah, that's that kind of heavy energy in there to me. Not bad, just kind of what it
Cool.
is. You
That's
don't want to
probably a
live
little
in that
creepy.
sky? You
No.
don't like the poppy, what is that? The poppy rose wallpaper?
I don't know. Is another choice. This must have been like a little teenager's room.
It's even got the wallpaper in the closet.
Yeah, it gives like teenage girl vibes for sure in this room.
Oh,
Or a little younger, like preteen.
oh my God. Like you said, Skye, it is a choice in here.
We're making choices.
We're making choices,
colors.
and that's a huge property. Comment 100K and I'll DM you the listing. Okay. Well, I think I would. Would you book it or would you book it out of here, Skye? What do you think?
Honestly, I would stay a night.
I would stay.
Because based on like the vibes I was getting, and then somebody pointing out a figure on the wall, and then things you're picking, I feel like it'd be cool to like investigate it further and like look into it to see if we're on the money or not. So like a night, and then I would go away.
I would. I'd film an episode of Haunted Road Trip show there, but then I wouldn't stick around because I also did not see one thing in there. You know what they didn't show in there?
The
bathrooms.
Which is weird.
Or the kitchens.
The kitchen, which is also weird. So like what?
No kitchens and no bathrooms. That's where I was like, I think that these are like shared apartments in here or something is going on.
Yeah.
In here. But
that like the shittiest. They're like, we can't.
And that's where I was probably getting those frat vibes, where I was like, I think this might have been a frat house, or there's something going on in here where there's a lot of party vibes in here. Even the girl who got stuck with the poppy rose, wallpaper room.
Yeah, it's like a Masonic meeting house.
Oh my God, that would be absolutely horrible on there. Well, I'll tell you what.
A Masonic member comment on a couple of my things because I've gone to a couple of Masonic locations and didn't say anything about what they do. I'm just literally there. There's the history, and then here's what we picked up, and they get a little pissed off, and I was like, "Thanks for sharing. Bye." Like I don't know what to say to them because like we're not on the same page about many things. So like I don't know what you want me to say to you.
No, I get that. And that could be something we can talk about in our patron only podcast. And so if you guys, if you want a double scoop of Skye, and we're going to deep dive into a couple other little haunted locations, go and join the Patreon. It's free to join, and check out our patron only podcast with her. And be sure to click on her links in the show notes and join her, watch her movie, join her on social media. And thank you so much for joining me, Skye. This has been another wonderful episode. And for everybody else, I will see y'all soon.
Bye.
That's it for today's journey into the unknown. Thank you for listening, and thank you to my Patreon members for their support and all they do for this show. And if you're dying to see these haunted road trips in action, you can also watch Haunted Road Trip Show on Binge TV, where paranormal history is dying to be seen and heard. Until next time, stay weird, y'all. Real weird.